All right, Cap, let's get into it. They wanted me to do you versus them. And there's massive changes, I think, that you and maybe your partner are considering. If this isn't you versus them, this might all be you, but I did do a you versus them reading. And it really looks like there could be a new beginning. But I think that you and your partner, or you and this person, maybe perceive things in different ways. And the person in your energy sometimes is a little gaslighty and manipulative. They want their way. They have some Aries traits. And I think that one of you wants a change, but the other one is afraid of it. Because what the solar system has to say for you, Cap, about the end of the month is Taurus, cultivate. You could be dealing with a Taurus. Aquarius, collaborate. There could also be an Aqua involved. Ascendance and entrance to Uranus, change. But the moon is at the bottom of the deck. So it's all about your perception versus their perception. This and that are true, Capricorn. The way you perceive things may not be the way another person perceives things. It might be best for you to make really important decisions right now in alignment with the moon cycles, in particular if your human design is reflector, which is rare, but it happens. The truth is, any parts of our body that are not defined by a planet or by the sun are going to be impacted by the moon or maybe in the environment, and that is ever changing. So it's the way you perceive everything right now and the way this person perceives things that are impacting whether or not you can embrace change. Because I have Uranus and Aquarius coming out, and Aquarius is ruled by the planet of Uranus, and this is a rebellious need to break free of something that's no longer serving you, that's antiquated. Usually Aquarius and Uranus, it hits us in a very generational way, but it does hit us in an individual way where we care very much about a system that we are a part of, but we can immediately recognize when something just isn't working anymore. Same with Taurus. Like Taurus is like, what's working, what's not working, what's practical and what's not practical. Taurus and Aquarius both represent fixed energy, but they are not incapable of being dynamic and changing. And I feel like what everything is about for you at the end of the month is cultivating a collaboration between yourself and another person, being practical, making choices that will lead to freedom in so many ways and breaking that glass ceiling. But I like that it says collaborate. It does take a collaboration, and you could ascend if you move forward and break some kind of an old cycle. This is an entrance to change. Okay, so there is change on the table. And because I have the Tower with the Sun and the Two of Wands, for some of you and the Star, some of you, either you or someone you're close to, are thinking about maybe moving or relocating, or maybe changing jobs, selling up a home, having a baby versus not, like that kind of a new birth in some way. A lot of cards came out of my second oracle deck for you. Decrease in reverse, good. I know that you guys aren't fond of decrease. You are all about the increase. But playing it safe came out and increase came out. So those were the first three cards out. Decrease in reverse and playing it safe to an increase. You guys are going to definitely feel an increase, but that's only by playing it safe. And that doesn't surprise me. Capricorn and your planet of Saturn just completely understand restrictions and limitations. And you guys don't look at restrictions and limitations as bad things. It's like, this is just a part of life. Like sometimes I have to play it safe. Sometimes I have to be conservative. Consequences and cause and effect and karma are a thing. Like you guys teach the rest of us this. So someone wants to play it safe so they can get out of a decrease. And now things will start to increase for you. But then I have new beginning in reverse and travel in reverse with milestone in reverse. Some of you, or maybe the person around you, are struggling to reach a milestone. And it might have involved a new beginning and traveling. There is a new baby here. Some of you have been thinking about relocating and having a child, but you want to play it safe. Like money's been finally getting good for you. Let's not do anything crazy. Like we could get pregnant with triplets or something. I'm hearing someone say something like that. Like, let's not do anything like a lunatic. Capricorn's always telling everyone, please wear a helmet and don't run with scissors. Doesn't mean you guys aren't dynamic or impulsive. That's just not your jam typically. And you notice when other people are being this way. So some of you are going to hold back on a new beginning and hold back on travel because a specific milestone hasn't been reached yet, or someone's telling you that. So there's some kind of a delay, and it feels intentional because playing it safe is an intention card. Yeah, that seems to be what's going on. You versus them. So you are looking kind of nervous here, and there is a focus on the future. So the overall energy between you and someone else is the Tower. There could quite literally be a Scorpio in between the two of you, or just this Martian scorpionic energy, like everything is shifting. Everything is changing out of nowhere for someone, and it's sudden, and sometimes it can be chaotic and scary because this guy is naked and he's not walking out of the Tower, he's fallen out. So I feel like this is an imminent change here, you know, with Uranus and an invitation to change and expand, but it does require cultivation and collaboration. But it's like now it's hit critical mass. Maybe it's like you have no choice. You have to face the Tower. And if everything crumbles, it's like, can you rebuild somewhere new? I promise you, even on limited resources, you can. Y'all know this better than anybody. You and Virgo in particular, you understand limitation of resources. This does not keep you from succeeding. So remember that about yourself right now, Capricorn, because you look a little nervous. You look like you need someone to remind you, hey, you know how to turn copper into gold. You know how to take limited resources and chaos and just deal with that shit, and you can make it back. You can rebuild. If anyone can rebuild, it's Capricorn. Like, you're built to know how to do it. But the way you're seeing yourself right now, Capricorn, is the Ten of Pentacles and the Six of Cups. Stability and also nostalgia. So this could be married with children, or you're thinking a lot about your karmic empire. You're thinking a lot about your treasure trove of abundance, and it is open and it is overflowing. I'm not surprised. Y'all get to that Ten of Pentacles in life. You just do. I'm also hearing that some of you, like, if the Tower is about moving or relocating, you're like, no, like I grew up in this town, or I have a lot of memories here. There's no bridges burned here for me. You know, you're feeling this sweetness and this innocence, and it's really beautiful, connected to your health, wealth, time, money, and your karmic empire. That's having it all. That's how you see yourself. That's what you want out of life. It's what your goal is. It's what you already have. And you certainly want to take care of that. I do think some of you see yourself as recalling things from your past at this time. Hide and seek with the kitties in the grass. I'm hearing some of you might look at Easter Sunday pictures, like where your kids go up and grow up and go to school is all really important to you, or you're wanting that and you're thinking about it. And the way you're feeling right now, 3 cards came out: 4 of Pentacles, 2 of Wands, and the Sun. Some of you are thinking about a Leo. Some of you are thinking about a son, quite literally. I always throw that out there when the sun comes out, like an adult child or a child, a son. But this is, I'm going to take a conservative approach right now. This is all I can carry, and I don't have a pentacle to spare. Really concerned about your foundation right now. You don't want to invest anything right now either. You're holding back, holding on. Sometimes the 4 of Pentacles is a miser, but you know, frankly, what's the opposite of that? I'm a Libra. Do y'all know how bad we are with money sometimes? You understand, the point I'm trying to make is, it's like, you understand that sometimes you have to save your pennies, right? You're holding on to your foundation. What can I carry? I need to pick a path that's in alignment with my goals, and that path has to have growth potential. 2 of Wands is my favorite card in the whole deck, by the way. I love that for you. And you're optimistic, which is going to lead towards the Sun. Some of you, if you think with the Tower here and the 2 of Wands, if it is at all about like moving, where to go next, what your next job is, if it involves a relocation, it may be in a warm, sunny state: Texas, California, Florida, the Carolinas, or Jersey here in the US. Jersey's the sunny state. I don't know if y'all knew that or not. But you're looking towards the path of optimism, and the Sun is spirit smiling upon you. I like this. I get it. Like, what's next for me? What will bring me happiness, optimism? Definitely a strong connection to the inner child here with the Sun of Leo and the Six of Cups. But your action, I was like, ooh, they're nervous. So your action is the Ten of Wands to the Nine of Swords. So some of you are carrying heavy burdens. Capricorn, are you asking your kids to help you carry in the groceries? Don't be a martyr. Like, for real, I know y'all can take a lot of shit, but must you do all this by yourself? Let go of burdens for other people in particular. You can only carry what you can carry, okay? I see you trying to carry everything here. I've got it, I've got it, I've got it all. Last I checked, you weren't an octopus, babe. Like, you might need a little help. You might be worried about resources. I mean, we did get the playing at Safeguard. I also think that you are willing to do hard work. But this may be about a move or a relocation. And you look really anxious about that. Either that or somebody's going to get poison ivy this week. Because that's someone working in the yard. Watch out for that, by the way. She suddenly looks like, look at her. Doesn't she look like she's itching? She does. Be careful about that. Just out of nowhere, I heard that. But it's like, oh my God, is this cycle really over? I really want a new cycle to begin. It's almost as if you've been preparing for something, but you do look worried. And I was like, what's the worry? The High Priestess, that's Pisces, being quiet, checking in with your intuition. I don't think when the High Priestess comes out and we check into our intuition, I think that happens because we're not getting enough information right in front of us. We don't have enough facts, figures, evidence. Conversation with someone that's helping us make decisions isn't going good. So we're like, my instincts are not giving me what I want to hear right now. So I'm going to check in. I'm going to go into hyperdrive and listen to my psychic intuition. You're listening and you're being very quiet. You're super tuned in. You're waiting and thinking about the past. Some of you might even be thinking about retirement with the Seven of Pentacles here, because that can be a card of retirement or just waiting for something to happen. I notice you're looking out here in the environment, but then strength. There could be a Leo involved here. You could have a Leo involved. Or you're just like holding back. I notice that often that this card, strength, looks like she's giving someone the side eye, like I'm just walking my dog, I'm being strong, I could be more emotional, I could let my pride and ego take over too, but I'm just trying to be compassionate and I'm trying to have strength of character, and this shit isn't easy, yo. And you guys are very good at doing that. Capricorns do not cause a scene. You would rather die than cause a scene usually. You're very stoic in this way. You're also very sensitive, and people don't realize that about you. More sensitive than Virgo and Taurus is Capricorn. You're very sensitive, but you don't want anybody to know it. The spirit knows it. So this is a lot for you. And I feel like if it's about like travel and a new beginning, you're trying to figure out, what do I really want to do here? Like, I love it here, but there could be more. And wait, we have to save money. And holy shit, I'm stressed out. And I don't know. Well, let me check in with my guides and my intuition. I don't know. I love that tree in the backyard. We've lived here for 7 years. This is stressful, but I can handle it. Of course you can. You're ruled by Saturn. Of course you can handle it. But it doesn't look fun. And your oracle messages are nervous. You make me nervous. Even just thinking about you, I get nervous. I'm not sure what to say or how to act. So you're nervous and you're not sure what to say or think or feel or do. Also, others' opinions came out. I feel bound by my culture and my family beliefs on how I should live my life. I'm working towards breaking free from limiting myself based on their beliefs. Okay. Well, when the other people's opinions card comes out, overall, I think maybe you're just thinking, oh my God, what will my friends think? What will my family think? Is anything that I'm about to do going to go against my cultural or spiritual beliefs? That is a thing. And I've been reading tarot 30 years, and I got to tell you guys, that is one thing that I see really impacts the way people make decisions, for better or for worse. Because we are all conditioned. And I think that you want to break free from anything that isn't working for you. I mean, Aquarius and Uranus absolutely want you to break free from antiquated systems and patterns and belief systems that aren't serving you anymore. Not to obliterate them, but to expand in some way. And there is an invitation to do that. And if you move forward and expand in some way, you could actually cultivate a lot more with this Taurus energy. Taurus wants abundance. They want it as much as you guys do. You guys understand each other in that way. I noticed those two signs. But there's something about what other people think that make you nervous. And I also think if there's a person here in the environment, you don't really know what they think. Communication could be better, because I got to tell you, this is in their final outcome, Temperance, which is Sagittarius, and your Strength. Look at these two. Let's just read it intuitively here for a minute, shall we? They're not really communicating with each other. Side eye, cold shoulder. Capricorn. You guys need to talk. The two of you need to communicate just a little bit better here. It's possible that you're stonewalling each other a little bit because you're afraid and maybe they don't want to move forward. Maybe, but someone has something they want to show you. Or you want to show them something here. And the future is in focus. I daydream about our future together, going on adventures, growing old together. I want it all. So you want that, or this person wants that. And again, because we have Uranus and Aquarius coming out, it is very much about the future. That planet and that sign are all about the future, and they are influencing you right now. And I personally think Saturn and Uranus energy combined, you make really good choices, you don't make crazy choices, and you break free from things that aren't serving you, and you can get in touch with your higher purpose. So I love that the future card came out. But it's like the shit is going down with the Tower. So the person in your energy, they see themselves as the Hermit and the Emperor. They could be a Virgo or an Aries. This could be a father figure as well. Some of you live with a father figure. This could be this could be your own father, or it could be a husband. This person is very structured. They are very practical and they are very logical. I mean, the Emperor is the king of all kings, and I love the Emperor and all that, but he can be at his worst a little controlling and stubborn, and so can the Hermit. But at its best, this is an older, wiser person that's not a child. They're an old soul at the very least, and they want a lot of structure in their life, and they do want a lot of authority. This may be a wise and very commanding, intelligent, in-charge, boss kind of person. I have Aries in my chart, and I can be kind of boss sometimes, but I can be difficult to deal with sometimes because of that. So you're dealing with someone that may be this way, which I think is kind of cute, because I don't really think anyone can match Capricorn when it comes to structure and authority. No offense, Aries. You're close, but you're not Capricorn. So the way this person feels about you is the Queen of Pentacles, the Nine of Pentacles, and the Star. There you are. Well, for my feminines, there you are. So this could be the two of you here. They're the Emperor, you're the Queen of Pentacles, because that's your card. This person sees themselves doing well, and I think they see themselves doing well with this Queen of Pentacles. So if that's you, that's great. And they have a lot of hope for that. But they do want to expand, and they do want freedom in some way. I'm hearing that for quite a few of you, this person does actually love you very much. And they also have hopes for you, high hopes for you. They want the best for you. If it's a feminine, she wants to do very well and she has high hopes. She may be with this Emperor. They could be married to someone else, or that could be a father figure. And maybe she does very well with that person if it's a woman. I mean, you could be the Emperor for all I know. Like, this is the growing old. You tell me. So this person does care very much about the Pentacle realm. But here's that Aquarius energy again with the Star. They have high hopes. And then it gets a little weird because their action towards you is the Magician and the Page of Swords. Okay. And I wanted to know what the Magician was, because that's either a person who's very calculated and very resourceful and manifesting and using their best skills and traits and assets, or it's a person that's a little manipulative. It's very difficult to pull off the Magician archetype. And furthermore, hopefully they're not manipulating a kid or using a kid to get what they want. But I think they have a plan. I think they are taking action, and I think that they are really observing you. I wanted to know what the Magician was about. And again, I got that Temperance card, so Sagittarius could be involved, but also calm, cool, and collected, not really showing you their emotions, and it comes off as the cold shoulder. The Knight of Swords, they're feeling kind of impulsive. They can be mouthy sometimes too, and reckless at their worst. And the Seven of Swords. Okay, and I was like, okay, I need oracle cards for this person. What Spirit thinks they have to say to you is, you hurt me. Everything that happened hurt me so much, and I need time to heal. But then gaslighting you. I've been lying to you and gaslighting you. You weren't crazy. You were right. I just wasn't strong enough to admit it. Okay, Capricorn, and I'll tell you about their deeper motivations in a sec. You're dealing with a person that is stubborn sometimes, or someone in this scenario. I mean, take it as it resonates. This could be you versus them, but someone in this scenario uses pain and suffering to their advantage. Like, woe is me, you hurt me. You didn't hurt them that bad. They are calculated and they are manipulative and they are a little stubborn. And this looks like this person does look like they know what they're doing. I think that they want to see if you'll get riled up or not and like follow their lead. Like, they are being low-key manipulative here, and they're being a little childish as well. And they may be like making plans and doing things without telling you even. Like, if you're the one that doesn't want to like travel and relocate and have a new beginning and you just want to stay where you are and play it safe, they are going to tell you that that hurts their feelings and makes them mad. It doesn't hurt them that bad. It doesn't. And then they're going to go off and like make plans on their own, kind of behind your back. If this is a spouse and a romantic partner, it's really important for the two of you to communicate, because you don't look 100% on the same page, and it looks like you're struggling to speak about what it is you really want, because they're making you nervous, or you're just nervous and you need to be reassured. This person is making plans, asking questions. They might be talking to a Sagittarius. Sorry, I don't know if you guys just heard that. My daughter just slammed her bedroom door. I just love living here. And they're keeping some stuff to themselves. If they're doing this, it's no wonder that you feel nervous and you feel like you have to tap into your intuition. You shouldn't need to do that. You shouldn't need to tap into your intuition to figure out what's going on with them. And that nervousness could be eliminated if the two of you could just get into alignment and talk to one another. I feel like this person might be messing with you a little bit and trying to make you feel guilty. That's just a tool that they use. They could be narcissistic, but not necessarily. And I also think that they'll do things without telling you. I pulled out the Osho Tarot because I wanted to know what this person's deeper feelings were and deeper motivations. The burden, understanding, nothingness, and isolation. I was like, oh, that's not good. Okay, tell me a little bit more. Slowing down, sorrow, and patience, but they do have an awareness that someone might be healing. Someone might be healing. They need to heal. I have the Fool and traveling. Okay, someone might be physically healing from something or emotionally healing in some way before they can move forward, before you can move forward or they can move forward. So this person feels as though they have had to deal with a lot of burdens, even though you look like the one that's been carrying burdens. Maybe you both are. Or they may be understanding of your burden, and there is an acknowledgement of like feeling a nothingness or an isolation. Maybe they understand that you feel alone and isolated and you want to make a change, or they want you to understand that. Like, there's someone is like fighting a new beginning here, or there's a delay in a new beginning, but this person understands that one or the both of you have felt isolated and alone, like there's nothing to do. There's also a slowing down and a sorrow. You know, with the Hermit here and the Emperor, If this person has been sick, under the weather, if anyone's been sick, under the weather, or is older in years, there's this feeling of being like undervalued or not being able to keep up anymore, or just not being able to do what they used to be able to do. Maybe they're worried about that with you. This could be a parent that they're attached to, and they're being patient with that parent. Because that could also be happening. Like the Hermit and the Emperor could be maybe their father or someone in their life that is saying, oh, you know, I need help. I'm all alone. I'm slowing down. I'm sad. And they are very understanding of that, and they accept that burden, and they're also like just being very patient. That's also like the mother energy as well. Maybe someone's like needing to recover from having a baby. So this person does understand the heaviness, but this person is either being gaslit by someone else that's like, you hurt me and it's terrible, like their family or something, or they're gaslighting you. So it is really important to communicate right now with family, with a partner, because if you need to know that if you're the one that's been feeling alone and isolated and sad, like there's nothing for me here. Maybe some of you have empty nest syndrome or something like that with your kids. They've grown up and they've gone. If that's happening, they are being patient. They do understand, but it's kind of wearing them down. And I do think that they may be the one that wants to like do something different and go out on a limb and be impulsive here. And the two of you need to decide what it is you want to do, or you just need to know that that's how they feel and they need some understanding from you. I kind of get the sense that there's a part of this person that really wants to have it all with you and make you happy, but they also can be a little manipulative, or they themselves are manipulated by others, and it's all going down and it's all surrounding change. So it's important to call out gaslighting, because that's even the nicest of people are capable of this, and talk about who's hurt whose feelings here, how that happened, why, and get in touch with, like, if this resonates for you, get in touch with how your cultural or familial beliefs are affecting your life and your decisions. And is that okay with you? What price are you paying for that? And how is that limiting you? Because you're nervous about something. What can you do to clear up this nervousness and stay focused on the future? Understand that once the Tower comes and Uranus and Aquarius comes, get ready for surprise, get ready for chaos, get ready for change. This might be the beginning of something here, a new adventure and a new opportunity. And you're going to have to ask yourselves, do you want to keep playing it safe so that you can continue to have an increase? And if so, you need to know that that might be keeping you and a partner from reaching a milestone and moving towards a new beginning of some kind. This is an important choice. These are important things, but it might be kind of out of your hands by the end of the month. Change may be happening that you don't have control over, and you'll just have to work through it. Yeah. All right, Capricorn, that's the end of the month for you. I hope this resonates and I hope it helps. I'm always listening to the universe for you, Cap. Take care. I love you guys. I'll see you next time.